This is what Iron Sharpen Iron is about. It's about teaching others and sharpening their skills and helping them polish what they already have. Skills and talent will take you a long way, but it's a lifestyle that comes with it. A lot of people don't like picking these up because they feel like they're gonna hurt your clients. I can teach you how to not hurt your clients. I can teach you how to structure the hair and do it the way it's supposed to be done with these right here. Don't get away from them. Don't get away from them. This is where the money at, y'all. Don't be fooled. Nothing against the people who like using those plug-in flat irons. All praises to you. Keep winning. But this right here kept me in business, kept me strong for 30 years. You can reach me at 205-332-7669. I'm on Facebook, Tanginix. That's my name, Tanginix. Or you can come by Ooh La La Hair Spa, which is in Leeds, 1445 Asheville Road.
I don't know why I'm up this late. My schedule is threw way off. Way off. Anyway, no Cab Rap News live. Taking it around the city like a night off pipe. We finna get into this Katt Williams interview, a new one. I think it was actually old. I think it was before the first. But Willie D was too slow to capitalize on it like he should have did. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we finna get into it, man. React to this shit. Let me get the right screens up. What's up, y'all, man? How y'all doing? We live on Facebook, YouTube, streaming on both of them. Finna get into this Katt Williams. Like I said, he went on Willie D this time. I think he actually did the Willie D interview first. But like I said, Willie D editors and shit was too slow to put it out, and Shannon Sharp people was on it, you know what I'm saying? And they got it out first. And this is not a response to the first Club Shay Shay interview. It's actually something totally different. Like I said, I really do think it was made before the first one. So, but we finna check it out anyway and see what's going on, man. Let's pull it up, bro. Y'all hit the like button when we come in.
Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, Katt Williams. What's up,
Thank
King?
you. How are you, sir?
Oh, man, one more hop, I'll be on top. How
Prepare
about
for
you?
your
Old school saying,
doing
one more hop, I'll be on
Doing
top.
great, man. Cleveland, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Cincinnati,
but
Ohio.
when you, I mean, see, my bad. You were born in Cincinnati.
Yep, I was
and
born
then
in
you were
Cincinnati.
raised in Dayton.
And raised in Dayton, correct.
Man,
yeah.
you know, we had a show in Dayton once, and it almost like provoked a full blown riot. You know, in Dayton, they had these cops with these big old 10-gallon hats.
They did.
Willie D, you might be telling too much, bro.
Fed dudes, and they were telling us, y'all gonna either pay for all of this equipment that y'all destroyed on the stage. We destroyed, allegedly, we destroyed.
Allegedly, yeah, you better say allegedly.
Band equipment that belonged to After 7 and Troop.
Oh my.
We were on the same
Got
ticket
it.
as After 7 and Troop. We destroyed their equipment.
Allegedly.
And they told us, y'all gonna pay for this stuff or y'all going to jail. And so we basically just did.
Who was hating, Willie D or Troop? I think them New York niggas was hating on them South boys around that time, especially around back that time. That's what I think happened.
Free because we gave all that money back. But Dayton that's will forever be like embedded in my memory. Dayton, Ohio, for that reason. But
I'm sorry
what
that you had a bad
remember?
memory.
What do you? I mean, what are some good memories that you have from Dayton?
Part of what you remember
for the
is
record,
a part of Dayton. So
hold up, before we go any further, for the record, YouTube, I do not own the copyrights to this stuff. This is a reaction channel. We reacting to it. That's all. No more, no less. Fair use. We just covering the story, man. Let's go.
Was one of the rare cities in America that was legitimately
YouTube, I see you. Facebook, I see you.
White. So there was power on both ends. I came from a very powerful family in Dayton just because of our sheer numbers. So there were 13 on my father's side and 7 on my mother's side. So we had like 100 first cousins in one city. Like we just had a large family, and it was a great place for black people, and it was a great place for white people. It's just that you really couldn't be legitimately racist because your neighbors were of another color, if that makes sense. So,
what's the power dynamic? Was it mostly white people running it or black people?
Well, that's the dynamic of America at that particular time.
White. He might as well say it while he's trying to avoid it.
Was the chief of police. Another was the head pastor in town, and had some cocaine dealing uncles as well. So we were really rooted in the city, but it was a city.
They had it all on lock. Shit.
Cooper Tires, we had Dayton Tires, we had IBM, we had NCR, we had Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, we had University of Dayton. These are
Wait a
all
minute,
places
bro. How was he homeless
make
then?
6 figures even at that time. So it was a lot of money there. As far as on the radio, we would hear
your uncle
every hour 5 or 6 artists that were from where we were from.
Your uncle is a police captain or chief or something. Your other uncle is a pastor. Your other uncle sell dope. They got the city locked down. That's Day City.
So we thought that was a part of it. We hear the Ohio players and
who gonna stop you?
Troutman and Zapp's studio is our bus stop when we're 7 years old. Like so, I met Prince while I was in Dayton when I'm 12. Like it was a very vibrant community for black people.
So you saw a lot of the street stuff. How did you end up? First of all, did you end up doing any of the street stuff, participating in any of that street activity? You mentioned your uncles selling drugs and all of that.
That's a police-ass question, Willie D.
I leave Dayton, Ohio.
And don't answer it.
Right before I'm 13.
Katt Williams.
So I'm still at
a
young age. I'm just having heightened experiences because of my childhood and my background. So, I've always had money, but I don't come from money. So I was able to cut grass in the summer and I was able to shovel snow in the winter. That's what I was allowed to do. So
really,
but consequently, even as a kid, I'm making like $6,000-$7,000 a year. And this is
at 12 years old?
Before that. at 10. At 10. Just because that's what I was allowed to do, and I'm a hustler by nature. Like if
Obviously.
I get a hold of a lick, I want to see how many times it flips, not if it flips. You know what I mean? So once I'm gone from there, I'm trying my hand at other things, door to door, and I had already made $1 million before I was 18, doing door to door across the country. So I had already tested out what were the positive things about me and how I could use that to my advantage economically from an early age.
Is it true that you emancipated yourself from your parents at 13? Because I read that somewhere.
Well,
I think it was Wikipedia said something like that.
I wouldn't shame the family. What I would say is that it can't be called run away because I didn't run away. I left, but I don't tell that part of the story just because there's a 0 chance that if a young person listens to me and follows my example on that they'll be okay. But I knew I would be. But I
don't know, man. This shit sound kind of far fetched, cuz I mean he getting some. How you homeless? How you go to Miami, go to Miami at 10 years old, 7 years old, whatever the fuck he said. How is this legal? How is this possible? Oh no. I don't know. Let's listen.
A little off. Like I knew Jesus left home at 13. So I didn't feel like I was out of pocket in any way.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that at 13 years old you was cognizant of the story of Jesus leaving home at 13 years old?
I had been accepted to college before I was 12, so I was already a little bit more advanced than your average child.
What college? Jackson, what college Willie did?
10,000 books at that period in my life. So I was blessed in that way. But as you
I ain't never read 10,000 books, nowhere close.
So God navigated where I was able to see the underworld, if you will. So I go from my parents' house in Ohio to Miami, Florida by myself. I don't know nobody. And that's where the story begins. But
I get you, Kat. I get you.
Who is that person? Was there a single individual who inspired you, or some guy or a person that you looked up to and you said, I like the way that they move and I want to model myself after that person?
Yeah, this is going to be a weird answer. Yes, that's one of the things that I was probably the best at. I did it with anybody.
Anybody.
And everybody. So when I was going to the library, I wasn't reading fiction books. I was reading nonfiction books, and it didn't matter what it was. I know whatever's in this book, I don't know what it is. So I might have read like 1,000 autobiographies, just the life of people that I don't know. And when you do that, you find out that if you were trying to learn something from everybody, you could actually learn something from every single person that you met. And so it's that type of thinking that helped me avoid the pitfalls as I saw them. So the reason I never did drugs when I was an adult is because when I left and went to Miami and I'm living in a park, it's 30 people out there from all different places, and they all are homeless and in a terrible situation just like me. And they telling me that they used to be lawyers and doctors and nurses, and I'm going, well, what happened? And
Crack,
all of them is telling this story
coke,
where everything in their life was fine, and then they
started
did this
doing
drug,
drugs.
and this is where it ended them out. So as a
That's
kid,
what
I
kept me
never
straight.
saw the
I'm
fun
like,
part of
what the
drugs.
fuck I
I
want to
never
do
heard
that
about
shit
nobody
for?
having a good time on drugs or,
Mm-mm.
oh, you got to take this so you
I'm a
can
pass,
feel
my
it.
boy.
I didn't
Don't be ashamed to say
see it
no
from
either.
that way. I had already
Hell no.
seen what
I'm
it
a
would do
pass.
to
Y'all handle
people,
it though.
and they're telling me, like, I'm letting people tell me, hey, don't do this. Don't get to Hollywood and start sleeping with white women and doing cocaine because it'll kill you.
It'll kill you.
Yeah, no problem. Got it.
Sleeping
So,
with black ones
in a
too
lot
will
of
kill
things,
you
I was just stupid
with
enough
cocaine.
to
That's the key.
get the
Cocaine.
lessons, but that came from being willing to
Race
learn
don't matter
something
about it.
from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you out on the streets?
Well, it sounds so harsh when you say on the streets. Just understand that I'm in slacks and a shirt and a tie every day, and I'm eating at a 5-star restaurant because I done worked this deal with the restaurant where I come in at 5 in the morning and I come and do the floors and clean up everything the bus people didn't do, knock out the old dishes. I do all of that, but I get to eat there for free. So I come later and have a 5-star lunch as a 12-year-old because I'm already smoking cigarettes, but I got a mustache, so I don't look out of place. And then I go and I do my 8 hours in the library to take the place of what schooling would have been. So 2 hours were spent
It sounded more
collecting
believable the more he
radios
talked though.
from people's cars at the marina, which
Facebook, what up?
funded me
YouTube, what up?
to at least have $700 or $800
Late
a
night,
week
early morning,
in my pocket. So that was the situation for,
getting these
I'll
reps
say,
in.
12 months.
Was there somebody who came along, a social worker or something like
This
that?
middle of the day for me
saw
though,
you and
basically.
said,
I ain't gonna
yo,
lie to you. This
talk
the
to
middle
you.
of the
Like,
day.
yo, I can help you out. Or you should do this or that.
No, you're looking at it a different way than I was looking at it. I wasn't in a pitiable situation by any means. I was free. And it was an adventure that I was on. And I had already read all of these books. I know how this goes. I know that a terribly scary adventure is nothing for the warrior. He doesn't need to be in a good position. There is a God, and he's going to see you through. You just
Facts.
have to make sure that you're hitting the marks to qualify for the blessing. So I was
That's
never
like the
in a
Alchemist.
situation
He read the
where
Alchemist.
someone would think that I needed some assistance.
Where were you sleeping at?
In the park that I told you
You
about
was
across the street
He
from
just told
the
you, bro.
library in Coconut Grove.
Willie D somewhere
like
else,
on the
man.
ground,
Hold up,
on the
man.
bench?
Willie D ain't paying attention to nothing this man saying. I don't know what Willie D doing. He wasn't lying when he said this might be the worst. He asked the worst interview questions ever. He ain't lying. Willie D need to cut this shit out, man. Come on, Willie D.
No, they had a mattress out there. I had money, so people would get you stuff.
Why didn't you just take your money and go get a crib?
At 13?
Yeah.
It never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Never crossed my mind.
Because I
Willie D is crazy, man. This nigga said, at 13, hold up, bro. Hold up. He ain't lying. Katt Williams, both of these niggas is wild. Hold up, man. Let me see if I can see this shit. Just a little bit. Let's go.
like on the ground, on the bench.
No, they had a mattress out there. I had money, so people would get you stuff.
Why didn't you just take your money and go get a crib?
At 13? It never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Never crossed my mind.
Because I really do. I know it's young, but I do know people who are very young. If somebody is young enough to go out on the streets and just say, I'm leaving home.
Yeah.
A lot of times and if they got money, they're sad
Willie D is
It's not
wild.
that I
somebody
have
to pay
money.
them.
I'm making some money. I don't have money. I'm making some money.
Enough to get by.
Well, I'm saying I don't have a long list of needs on the daily. I need to eat well. I need to drink well.
And where are you keeping your money? Like in your pocket?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Where he getting
Anybody
these
ever tried to
questions
rob you?
from, bro?
No, I did have somebody try to violate me while I was out there. I think because I didn't know really what gay people were.
Oh, they tried
So
to
I
freak
wasn't
him.
really clear. I knew how gay
Somebody
people
tried to freak him
acted,
out
I
there,
had
bro.
seen, but I wasn't aware that it had a sexual connotation to it. So as soon as the guy kept talking to me like he liked me, I was really confused because
I'm
guys
confused
don't
too.
like guys.
I'm really confused
Trying
too,
to
Cat.
figure out, is there something about your background that makes you talk like a lady while you're talking to me? But yeah, I had that as a situation. But other than that, no, I wasn't frequently tried as a young person.
Yeah. So I'm asking
So he was just talking
these
to him.
questions that I'm asking because I'm really trying to figure out like how did you develop your psyche? Like you're a very insightful dude.
Right.
Just trying to figure out like where did that start at? Can you pinpoint a specific time and space where you said, yeah, I get it. I see what's going on.
Yeah. I probably like 5 years old.
Hold up, man. I don't remember shit from when I was 5 years old, bro.
First and
Hold up, man. Do anybody remember what happened when they was 5 years old? I don't remember that kind of shit like that, man. Come on, bro.
foremost, this is gonna sound really, really weird.
I never believe
I
people when they be
believed
saying
at that young age that you could have a
shit like at
relationship
3
with God.
and at 7. I
And I know
remember.
that
And
that's kind of old fashioned.
2, I remember I was doing this. I
But
don't believe
when
that
I
shit.
was
I don't remember
young,
shit at no 2.
that's what I believed. And so I developed this relationship where we talk 4 or 5 times a day and we talk about everything. And I'm coming to you when things are well and when it's not well. And if I ask for something, I know when you gave me what I asked for because it's the only time. So I understood at
I
a
get
young
that.
age that I wasn't like everybody else, that I was in a blessed position and that I had the ability to be able to make things happen if
Manifest
I
it.
could find the instructions and follow them. So at 5 years old,
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I used to have that ability too until I let the world throw that shit off. You know what I'm saying? But I be telling my son them too, bro. If you believe it and you find a way, you can find a way to make it happen, bro. It can happen for you if you believe enough and go about the right way to get to it. It's there for you, for not just you, but for anybody that put forth that effort and energy, my nigga. It's out there, and I had that God syndrome or whatever in me too, man. That even my name, Michael, who's like God, I live by that shit. So that's one reason I might not be on, cause I can't do no sucker shit, bro. I can't be no. You gotta have morals and rules. You can't sell your soul in this shit, my nigga. So salute the cat. Let's go though.
how I thought. I knew when things were wrong with the Bible. I wasn't worried about authority because God was like the authority. And other than that, I got to tolerate you, but I'm not allowed to bow down. I'm like
At
that
all.
as a child. So my parents didn't do anything wrong. They just wanted me to live a life that I wasn't going to live. They wanted me to be this, and I was not free to live a double life. I can't be that and be what I'm trying to be.
What was that they wanted you to be?
A part of their religion.
Hmm.
They were
Was
very
that
devout
Christians?
in religion.
Christian.
Yes,
Did,
a branch of Christianity, yes.
at one point, did you
Baptist.
become a Muslim?
At one point, I became several religions because that's the only way you can really find out what's going on in a religion.
You have to be inside of it.
Religion is not something that you can just study the books about it and now you know about them. I had to be a member of the Fruit of Islam in order to know. Minister Farrakhan calls me his son. I was not.
Come on, Farrakhan, you got it. They waiting on you to respond now.
Never, just because
Do you call him your
whoever
son?
the true God is, I don't play about him. And I understand
Facts.
that regardless of what you choose to call him, it's the same entity. And once you study all of the religions, you find out that nobody's really disagreeing with anybody. The Jews don't believe this whole set of things that
All of them basically the same, for real.
Muslims either.
Why are people so afraid of Farrakhan?
Well, if you had the ability to control the black people on this planet, there isn't anything that you couldn't take, dismantle, destroy, or interrupt if you could mobilize black people. And so part of the ops agenda, a part of their modus operandi, is to find out which one of you niggas is a potential leader.
And they try to get you out of
Then
there.
we begin a work of progress on your life, which
Facts.
will make people get off of that. It's a part of it, as much as in any.
Yeah, they want to get the black leaders. Anybody that look like he a black leader,
so I can rip that ball.
we got to get him out of here.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Farrakhan is a polarizing individual. A lot of people
Yes.
really, I do believe, don't really understand him. I think that there are people who gets the message. This is what frightens them, is because they know, as you alluded to, they know what he's capable of doing. You know, uniting black people and guiding and leading black people in the right way.
There's not been a successful one of those yet.
Nah, because they going to get us out of here.
So just like
soon as a nigga try.
any rapper can get hit. Yeah, we don't have we can go through 300 years of history and look for all the black people that fit the description you just said. They never make it.
Yeah, which is why I believe that they should stop trying to make it. I really do believe that it's each one reach one, teach one, but the leadership is in yourself. Like, all of us are capable, well, not all of us, but many of us are capable of being a leader. Like, instead of sitting around just waiting on one person to be that leader, you know,
well said. Well said, but in real time, being the leader of yourself gets you nothing. The people demand to be led regardless. There's not 13 shepherds and all these sheep.
Somebody got to set it off.
Because it's unnecessary. Just one. Just one that has the connection with the sheep, which allows the sheep who has a brain about that small to be able to just focus on eating grass and not worry about falling off a cliff. We have the desire as humans to be led. We want to be led into battle. We want to be led into the football game.
True that.
This is all because this is how we are wired. The cheerleaders and the pomp and circumstance, that goes back to the times of first humanity, because we do need that.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about a myriad of leaders. You're not just talking about a single individual.
Right.
And I see a lot of people just be sitting back waiting on a Messiah. They're waiting on that one person.
But they are too, though.
Who's that?
The other side is far more diligent about looking for that Messiah than we are, because they know where to look. You probably wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
Me either, cuz.
What's the answer?
The answer is the liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer's over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity.
He right. You see what I'm saying? So he like, shit, when they hide the shit over here on this side, and then when they see somebody coming close to that, the real answer, they got to get him up out of here, because he gonna tell the truth and expose the whole play. You see what I'm saying? Of course you got to watch and see what's going on. Of course. Let's get back to it, man.
That's just why they chopped those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is.
Right.
But with that nigga nose, it can only be niggas.
It can only be.
Why would somebody vandalize a whole face and only vandalize one part?
Nothing but the nose.
Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off or no chins missing. No, just the nose. Because it's a brand. It's a brand. All right, go ahead.
You have an uncanny way of thinking
Niggas.
outside the box, and you are very good at breaking things down like you just did. You understand consequences and repercussions very well.
Willie D, you my dog, but you do ask some of the worst questions in this interview.
Habitual line stepper. Why do you cross that line so often when you know what the repercussions and consequences are going to be, and they're not going to be favorable to you? For example,
Right.
I saw where you and Suge got arrested, right? You and Suge got arrested. Is that true?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Like,
why you bringing this up anyway,
What
Willie
were
D?
we doing?
Allegedly, it had something to do with like some type of photography, camera.
Facebook, they said facts. AT Hutch, what's happening?
I'm just saying this is what I read.
I'll tell you the story, and you tell
Tell me
me,
the story.
then does that change how you frame this?
Okay.
So we have a meeting with a hologram company, which is going to go into a licensing deal on some holograms. This is in Beverly Hills. So now there's a rodeo, and behind that is an alleyway where you park your vehicles. That's where we are.
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
His son with him, who's 5 years old. And before we go into this meeting, Suge's son runs behind the dumpster and urinates. And a lady films his penis out, peeing behind the dumpster. And then says, "Oh, I thought that was Katt's kid."
But don't matter who kid it is. We finna take that camera though.
See, man, this is
So
why.
understand, we were facing 20 years, Suge and I. 20 years for that. And if it wasn't for
Yeah, she's tripping. We would have took that camera.
It's all on camera. They had no problem sending us up the river when we couldn't have possibly done what was being said. That lady said that she got jumped on by me.
So you see what you just did? You just clarified a huge, misconception about, the events of that evening or whatever.
Yeah, but remember, it went to court.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just my word. This
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
Willie
had to
D,
play
bro,
the
you
video
be
in court, which showed that
you
her
don't do no
altercation
research
wasn't with a man at
as
all.
much as you should, Willie
But the
D.
trip
But
part about it is that when people print it, when the media, mainstream media, put it out there, they don't add that piece. They
No,
just say,
nor do they make a retraction.
Right.
Nor do they say, hey, that thing we told you about that
Right.
guy, turns out it was nothing.
right,
Understand,
that ain't gonna happen.
I got 15 cases that were dismissed. That should be talked about. Why would 15 cases be dismissed? Because you were so sure you had what you were looking at. Because every city I go to, I'm the nigga with the best car. It's probably smoke coming out that car. It's probably girls gathering around that car.
They
look
thinking
like
he a
the
D
plug.
boy.
I get it. And you've probably already hurt me by the time you find out who I actually am.
right. See, because of that clarity you just provided,
Yes.
is the reason why I want to know. I think the world want to know what happened between you and Ali Sadiq. I know you said
The
you didn't want
world
to talk
couldn't
about it.
possibly want to know that. He's not
We didn't
famous
wanna
enough
know.
for the world to want to know that.
The world really didn't want to know.
My side of the world doesn't want to know that. See,
Well, my side of the world.
here's the thing.
What happened, man?
A lot of times, what liars do.
Now, see this right here. Why I said that this interview was made way before the Shannon Sharp video, but Willie D people was too slow on correcting it and editing it and getting it done. Then Shannon Sharp put his shit out. His shit did numbers. So then they went back and found this interview and put it out. But the damage had already been done. He did the damage on the Shannon Sharp show. You see what I'm saying? He already did the damage over there. Now you're going to get some views by the way you titled it. But this ain't got nothing to do with the Shannon Sharp video. Nothing. Let's get back to it, man. I'm just breaking down the hustle, the play.
First is they set up a narrative and a scenario.
His title is
Like
completely
Michael Blackson
wrong.
just got on national TV and told people, yeah, I got a beef with Katt Williams, and Katt is mad at me about this, and because I said this, and I didn't even mean it like that. And the whole time, he's never talked to me. That's how he feels. He's heard I'm angry. I've not had a conversation with him. It's the same with your Ali Sadiq. If it wasn't for the information that I know in my intel, I would be a fan of his like everybody else. Who wouldn't be a fan of a young black storyteller that's done time and loves his family and is a hometown guy? Like, why would he ever have any enemies in comedy? It's ludicrous. But if you pick the actual king, then make sure that your story's correct. And unfortunately, his
Get him
story's
straight,
not correct.
Katt.
No matter what he says, he never met me. He made it disrespectful that a security guard that was 6'7" reached over him to pay him, not mentioning the fact that he got paid for not doing anything.
Well, let's start at the beginning of the real.
Can't be mad at getting paid for not doing shit.
I'm gonna
Go
start, and then you can do what you want to do.
I don't care how they hand me the check.
For the sake of the audience knowing, just
Mail it, put that bitch in a paper plane and
ID
fly it to me.
Is a comedian
don't
from
care.
Houston that's based in Houston.
A very fine comedian.
Very fine comedian.
Yeah.
Now, Ali said that he went to Reliant Arena to
See, this is what I mean.
on the
This
same
story,
show as you. He showed up.
I don't really care about this
and
story.
They,
That part.
The security stopped him from entering. That you.
YouTube finally threw a commercial. And they've been a minute. I'm finna throw one in too.
You and Ali can come to a resolution. Just
I'm not
Come on,
talking.
Katt.
I didn't mean that. It's just more machinations of the devil.
let's
You should
pick.
have a much better backstory
what?
when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man?
Hold up, man. We're going to pause this for a second. Because we're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. I don't want YouTube to snap on me. getting me up out of here like they've been doing the last few lives. They'll get you up out of there quick and give you a strike. So what we finna do, we finna throw in we'll be right back. Little commercial break.
This is what Iron Sharpen Iron is about. It's about teaching others and sharpening their skills and helping them polish what they already have. Skills and talent will take you a long way, but it's a lifestyle that comes with it. A lot of people don't like picking these up because they feel like they're gonna hurt your clients. I can teach you how to not hurt your clients. I can teach you how to structure the hair and do it the way it's supposed to be done with these right here. Don't get away from them. Don't get away from them. This is where the money at, y'all. Don't be fooled. Nothing against the people who like using those plug-in flat irons. All praises to you. Keep winning. But this right here kept me in business, kept me strong for 30 years. You can reach me at 205-332-7669. I'm on Facebook, Tanginix. That's my name, Tanginix. Or you can come by Ooh La La Hair Spa, which is in Leeds, 1445 Asheville Road.
All right, y'all, we back from that commercial break, man. Again, if any of y'all want some commercials, need some commercials, holler at your boy. I did both of those commercials, man, for the low fee. You can hit me up on Cash App, hit me up in the inbox, get a commercial, and you can be sponsored on the show as well. So let's get back to it, man. Let's see what's going on.
I'm glad you at least, addressed it, because
when you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this. How could he know? It's okay for you to think that I'm that way, but there are 30,000 known comedians in America that you could have went to, and they would have told you, this is against my character. I am known for confronting my issue head up, be it Satan or his affiliates.
Right.
I don't care if you 6'6". I don't care if it's 5 of you. I don't care if I'm guaranteed an L. I don't care if you put a gun in my face. I don't care about none of that. I care about doing the right thing as I see it in that moment. Yeah.
Man, how did you get on in the first place as far as like with the movie thing? Like, I know I'm skipping over the comedy, but how did you get on with the movie thing? Like,
yeah, see, you could tell that this was before the other video.
I don't know how you got that role.
Right. So here's the whole thing. Liars always come up with terrible lies. So Ricky Smiley says, yeah, Katt was supposed to play the Santa Claus and I was supposed to play the pimp. Liars always have ridiculous narratives. Nobody in America can imagine that a real movie studio would
sound like he don't have facts. It sound like he had the facts.
Katt Williams.
Katt Williams did.
Santa Claus, number 1. Number 2, Ricky Smiley was finna play a pimp. Really? Ricky Smiley has played a woman more times than Ricky Smiley has played a man.
See, this how you can tell that this interview was first.
Jenkins 5 times. I got it in my
Willie
contract
D.
that I don't work with Ricky Smiley unless he's playing Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Get out of here, man. That's in your contract for real?
I make my contracts, sir.
Oh,
when you're the master of your masters, everything else is subservient.
Willie D, you slipped, bro. You blew it.
That's why we're
This interview was first.
Something to hate. But anyway, so Money.
Yeah, Willie D don't know what be going on.
This is my first audition, not just my first movie. It's my first audition. The reason it was so great is because they allowed me to do what I wanted to do, and I needed to do things. So I needed to pick the wardrobe for the character. So Money Mike's wardrobe was impeccable because I designed it.
This all the same stuff he said on the other shit.
I picked out the car. the color of the car.
That's how you know this
They
one was
had a
first.
guy playing a pimp. I need this to be an actual pimp. We need Bishop Magic Don Juan. Everything I had to do. Me and KD Albert, who played Donna, and Terry Crews. It was all of our first project, and my job was to make sure that we came off as if we were.
This all the same shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Willie D, you slipped up. You should have dropped this shit first, man.
To that movie, to the point where in the script,
now you coming back with a
raped in the back.
fake title, but it's all good.
Change that. Why? Because it's no way. What do you mean, Kat? There's no way. What are you saying? I'm saying in a place that small, I'm not rapeable. I don't care what has to happen. That's what will happen. And so that's how it changed and became a great movie. And just the thought process that maybe Ricky Smiley was going to do that, it is laughable. But yeah, that was going to be my only movie. So I had to do everything that I could do to make sure that it went the way I needed it to. And I've done that in every one of the 60 movie roles that I've done and the 50 network television roles.
Man, I'm glad you stood on that, man, because it's a lot of people who would not have. People get blinded by that bread, man, or that opportunity. And for you to stand on that says a lot. Because I know Terry Crews would have probably enjoyed it.
Oh, bless his heart.
Oh, man.
Bless his heart.
How you going to throw Terry Crews under the bus like that?
Now,
I think Willie D want to fight Terry Crews,
how did you
bro.
get this knack for comedy in the first place? Like you had a pretty tumultuous childhood. Like, how do you pivot from that?
You two, what's happening?
In comedy.
I didn't find it to be tumultuous.
So at the time, you was living it. You like you see it.
Yeah,
like
this is
that.
not tumultuous.
Okay.
But your question was, how did
you find comedy?
A lot of times you have the true appreciation for something when you're not trying to do it. You just like
when you're not trying to get paid for it, and you enjoy it.
That's the relationship that I had with music, and it was the relationship that I had with comedy. So musically, I could listen to Pearl Jam and the Ghetto Boys. Like, I could listen to...
Gotta have open palate, man. Listen to all that shit.
Listen to Prince.
Dope is dope, no matter what it is.
I could do that. And
if it's dope,
I found that I could do that too. It didn't matter what the comedy person looked like, or how they were built, or where they were from. If they were funny, I was going to be able to tell. So I understood that Don Knotts was out there working his ass off as Barney Fife. I understood he wasn't doing the same job as the rest of them. I understood that laughter is an emotion, and anytime you can tap an emotion, that's very powerful, regardless of what emotion you're tapping.
Same with music, bro. You got to tap into emotions.
Before you deliver the joke, are you cognizant of what it's going to take to, like, deliver that joke? Like, are you already knowing that, I know for a fact, I don't have to practice this, they're going to be with this right here. When I say this, I'm going to get them.
You got to.
As a comedian, I have the best fan base in the world, like, documented.
You do?
The slight amount of advertisement that they allowed me to do, and the fact that in a place as glorious as Houston,
Facebook, whatever, we see you. Hit the like button when y'all come in the building, man.
Arena to the rafters is based upon the fact that I in 1995 started a conversation.
You can click it and get up out of here if you want. Just click that button, man.
Maybe 5 people. And through this entire time, I've kept up the same conversation with the same people as they grow. And
as you grow, bro.
I'm letting you see me win. I'm letting you see me lose. I'm never allowing the product to be affected by what's going on, because this is the greatest relationship here. So, yeah, consequently, bang,
Making a lot
they
of
know
sense.
some things when I come to town. They know I'm finna bring the baddest comedians with me. That's who's gonna be opening up. They know this all over the country. And then they know that whatever it is Katt's gonna talk about for an hour, they know he did not talk about this the last time he was here. They know that.
It's a new show. It's a new set every time, bro.
Anyway, because I'm not
New
going to
set
see
every
the same
time.
comedian tell the same jokes, 100 times in a row.
You
Like,
let
some
a
of these
you let a
guys are
rap you let a
still-
rapper rap the same songs though, and you let a singer sing the same songs, the classics, and you'll allow that.
Some people want to see the
but
classics. though.
funny is supposed to be spontaneous. So that's the difference.
Well, understand
Not
that
necessarily,
comedy has
bro.
its roots long before social media. So before social media, you might have heard that this comedian is funny.
That's the wrong word,
And
spontaneous.
somebody might have told you what he said, but it didn't sound that funny to you. They just
think he
told
meant
you what
original.
said. But when you see him in person, oh, he's hilarious. And so comedy always had a cycle where you showed the whole circuit your body of work. It's just comedians had gotten so lazy that they were doing one great set that they had on Comic View or Def Jam, and they were touring that for 15 years without changing it. And so we made it a part of our effort to push the fact that you should be writing new material and shaming the community into it by just, I'm going to keep putting out these specials and it's new material. How long are you going to continue to tell these jokes? Because in a minute, the audience is going to be like, no, they got to say something new. And eventually the audience did do that. And
Well, some audiences show up and they want you to say the old joke. They demand that you tell the old joke.
I don't have not one of those people in my fan base because they know better. They know that I would never let you pay me so you can hear some shit I already said. I respect you too much for that. What you gonna get from me is brand new. This is new.
New material, new
Right
material.
now you have 12 comedy specials.
Okay.
Is there a magic number in mind, or you just want to just keep running to make sure you got the all-time number and that's secure for? Are you already at the top? You got the
He's just trying to keep going till he can't go no more,
way
man.
counting numbers.
That's an unnecessary question, Willie.
You've done.
I'm saying if 12 is the most, if 12 was the most, there's not a number because I'm not putting a number to it. But
I hit that like on YouTube, man. I see you. Salute.
For an hour.
17 tours, 100 cities.
Right.
That is a lot of work. That is
No cap rap news. We in the business reacting to this Katt Williams Willie D interview.
for a few lifetimes. Most comedians won't even get.
Hit that like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's go.
Most comedians ain't gonna do that one time. You're like, and how do you continue to come up with this new material? Because you do new material every single time you show up. That's crazy.
It's a new show every single time I show up.
Man, that is crazy.
I think we might move over to TikTok today too, man. We might go to TikTok. We might go live on Instagram.
The comics that are the top dogs.
Might even do some gaming too, man.
It's like in some of our heroes in comedy. I was there when they were like working on their first jokes.
Yeah.
I was watching them and supporting them way back then. But that is a tough feat to be able to do something like that. And I think that the reason why
Not in 24 years.
yeah. Huh. I think the reason why people like
He
you
working, man.
so
He
much,
working.
what you do is you resonate with
And he
them so much.
independent,
Like
bro.
what
You
you
getting a
just
different
said,
kind of bag, man.
you show them the good and the bad side of you, but also you're talented. You have a you're very talented, but at the same time you do show
Building
the
up that
good and the
catalog.
bad. And it's something appealing about being transparent to an extent.
Oh, not just to an extent, to the utmost. As soon as you as a person decide that you're not going to lie anymore, and that whatever problem that you have, you're going to deal with that problem right then where it presents itself, it'll show you a whole new side of you. It's very important. It's very important.
Meet your
When you
problems head
lie
on,
and
people. You
allow
gotta meet your problems
lies,
head on.
for
Get
some
that shit
people
out the
just,
way
oh, I'm
real
just a little
quick.
delusional. No, it's dangerous for you to do that to yourself. It's very unnecessary for you to.
You was on this radio station in Atlanta, and this host made a joke about you, and you ate a like you killed a man.
Willie
And he
D
was
still
like,
talking about old
how
shit,
long
bro.
that was?" But man, I was like, time out, time out. Call the police, something. Stop this slaughter, man. You was like, you really
This
did.
interview got
You did
nothing to
bad.
do with the Shannon
Yeah,
Sharp
hold
interview.
on.
Nothing at
One
all,
time.
bro.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to
He
say,
is
be
not
very
clapping
careful
back
when
for
you
none
say
of that
how
shit.
badly I did
Now,
her,
now,
because I never called her out
I
of her
know,
name.
but that's what I'm saying.
I was very composed.
That's my point.
But let me explain it.
You're
Let me
one
give you
of
the
the few.
exclusive.
No, let me make the point.
Okay.
You're one of the few like
Willie
only
D, he
you and
trying to give you the
Bruce I've ever
exclusive,
seen do
bro.
that
Quit
before.
talking.
Like destroy
Hmm.
a heckler or someone that was challenging you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Destroy them like for like several minutes. Bruce killed this chick for about I don't know, man, about 25,
Nobody
30
care
minutes
about
one
that.
night in Houston.
About Bruce
And
and
I
the
never
Katt
seen
Williams
anybody else
interview,
do
bro.
that but you. Like 25, just back to back, gut busting, like same person,
Right.
no cuss words.
Willie D, you not an
I
interviewer,
had never
bro,
seen
because you
that
don't
before. So how were
understand,
you
man.
able to maintain your composure for that long?
Well,
See, he just tried to give Willie D the exclusive for some shit he never said before. But he got rid of that shit, but with this dumb shit and came with some other shit and threw him off course. You gotta learn how to be an interviewer if you're gonna interview people. You gotta listen for what they saying and pay attention and go for what they gonna lead you. Let them lead you, man. Let them lead the interview, man.
a very interesting thing happens when you try to trap something that's bigger than your trap. So imagine you set out a trap for a turtle and a rhinoceros steps into it. It's finna be a whole different situation now. So this lady behind the scenes is begging me to come into this interview that I've not scheduled, that I don't want to do, that I'm not dressed for, that nobody's called me about. She just wants it.
She
To the
asked
point where
for
she
it.
says, "Katt, come on, you just want to end me for the city. I just want to give you your flowers. Well, I won't talk about kids. I won't talk about no jail. I won't talk about." This is the conversation she has with me, and then goes in that room
And do all
and
of it.
doesn't mention the Emmy, and immediately begins to,
Try to roast.
because this is a comedian.
Insult you.
You're trying to undermine me. Atlanta is a heavily LGBTQ plus positive city, and the fact that you having a heavy gay fan base would try to degrade me, a heterosexual, by making it seem like I'm gay, gay people don't feel that way about me. Why would you? So it was a terrible thing that she found herself in, and comedically, you're outmatched. My defense is impenetrable. My offense will have the
He put it on
precise
her though. He
amount
did
of
get at her.
viciousness that's necessary. If that means no cussing, that's fine. I don't want to talk to you and hurt heavy-set women's feelings or dark-skinned women's feelings or women who wear wigs feelings. I'm not trying to hurt
He talking
nobody's
directly to
feelings.
you, shorty.
I'm bantering with you because you keep acting like you're qualified to do that. Yeah. So, it was a setup. I'm always going to be prevail if I'm being set up.
You think Buddy was in on it? Her co-host? You think he was in on that? He didn't appear to be in on it.
No. Because here's the whole thing. He kept trying to get her to pull the plug on this, and she kept not. So she didn't understand even after we cut. She didn't understand what had happened. She still thought that she had been victorious. And yeah.
And then she tried.
She still was probably talking crazy
No, she played the
in the
victim. My husband
studio.
was willing to kill one of the greatest comedians to.
Yeah, because they pulled a gun on him and all
And
kinds
remember,
of
all
shit,
of this
bro.
has to happen. I have to allow it to happen. I have to also preserve my life, and then after I do all of that, then I have to not press charges on you to these police as if a crime has not been committed upon me.
A pimp named Slickback. Ah, man.
Thank you for saying the whole thing.
Look, man.
Gotta say all
Yeah,
of
you
it.
got to say the whole thing. You got to say the whole thing.
That is correct.
A pimp named Slickback.
Yes.
Man, that is one of the most iconic roles in television history. How did that come about?
I wouldn't say all that now. Hold up, bro. It ain't one of the most iconic roles. It was funny.
Dumb people love dumb people, and geniuses try to find people that are on
Not
the
iconic.
platitude. So Aaron Magruder is one of the finest black writers that
Absolutely.
we've had.
True.
And the fact that he started his journey in the real trenches, writing for newspapers and getting syndicated across the country before he ever came to the news
Facebook, what up?
platform,
YouTube, what up? Hit the like button,
made him
man.
so formidable. So it was a joy
Good
to be
morning.
able to
Like I said, it's midday for me, though.
work with him. Just like, when I do work with Donald Glover, we get the Emmy. Like, it's because you're dealing with compatible wavelengths. Like Donald Glover told me, Katt, here's a script. If you do this role right, you'll win an Emmy for it. I said, that's the only way I know to do it is right. And won the Emmy.
Well, I know there's a lot of advantages to doing what you do, being in the entertainment industry, but what's like the biggest thing that you can't stand about this industry?
The people, the industry itself.
Nothing. I like it.
Shit, I know you think you're talking to.
I like it.
Now you now let's.
I love my op as myself.
Yeah.
I think it's great. On our side of things, it's flourishing. It's never been better. All the people on our side are seeing that prayers do work and that you really have control of your mind more than you think you do. And if you could somehow possibly stop
all in the
thinking
mind,
the way
man.
you do and
Gotta
think
quit
another
thinking
way,
negative, bro.
it might help you. And you'll know right away if it does. That's the benefit, is each one of these days you're getting could really be the one.
Facts, facts, facts.
What's one of the wildest things that has happened to you or you've seen happen in your time in this entertainment space?
Yeah, sorry, Vlad. I
Called him Vlad.
I collect the footage, but I haven't seen
Or
anything.
he seen Vlad do some shit.
You were doing so good, man. I mean, you was just doing so good, and then all of a sudden you just decided.
Well, no, here's the thing. What you asked was, you said, "Hey, Wolf, what do you hate about the sheep?" Nothing.
And eat all that
It's
shit.
a financial tech company, so I bought everyone's gifts today with my new Acorn.
He's saying, let me.
Yeah, it's a financial tech company that I invested in a couple of years ago, and after the investment, we started thinking about ways. Well, what can we do for the people?
All right, there we go.
Nothing.
My
I feel
bad,
good.
y'all.
I feel like
couldn't
we in a
see
good
shit.
position. Everything's gonna be fine. Let's go, Coach Prime.
Yeah. What do you think about
We
Coach
coming.
Prime? What's up with Coach Prime? You have you been out there yet, Colorado?
No, but I've supported from afar.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Let's go, Coach
anytime,
Prime.
a great
My dog Nick
individual,
Saban and
regardless
retired
of
and
what he
shit.
does,
Alabama, what we gonna do, bro? What we gonna
find
do?
something that he can be great in, like, that's gonna work.
We need Coach Prime down here.
He is a motivating factor and an asset to it. He always has been since the Jerry Curl days.
I think that's the next play.
Those are the leaders of men that we discussed.
Coach Prime to Alabama, that's the next play, bro.
An eternal optimist, someone that's clever and about books and hard work and discipline. You know, as a black person, we should be so lucky as to have, you know, a black coach like that. And as a non-black person, what a great job.
Man, you know, you just described yourself, except the coach part. And then I take that back. You are a coach in your own right.
And you as
Yeah.
well. That's the whole thing. Like, these compliments are all shared by all of us
Willie Dennis.
who receive them. Like, that's what it's got to be. If you any reflection of me, then that's what it is. That's why in the
Do the D stand for Dennis? I don't know. I just gave him a last name.
It don't mean you're always going to do that, but it means there's the possibility that you could mirror that.
Yeah. Do you have adopted children?
I'm an empty nester. I have no children at this point. Glory and hallelujah. No, everybody's grown. Yeah, but yeah, I got grandbabies.
You got grandbabies. Okay.
Yeah.
How many?
4.
We ain't got much longer, y'all.
Nice.
All girls.
Oh yeah.
See? That's how you know he's been doing something right.
What are the ages?
Of what?
The girls.
The grandbabies?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a 6, 2 4s.
That's an unnecessary question. Trying to trip him up.
And 2.
That's 5.
Yeah. I realized it as you said it. I didn't know how to change the story. Okay, so I got 5 grandkids.
Wait, what do they call you?
I got 5 daughters. I can't get anybody to call me anything that I ask for. They've already.
They gonna always call you some whole other shit.
That's what they call me. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'm not going to say what it is. It sounds like stop or something. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, pop.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming on the show, man.
I
really
appreciate
do,
you
man.
having me. You're an icon and a legend yourself, and just the fact that you would spend time interviewing others is magnificent. And nobody asks worse questions. You have the worst questions in all of interviewing.
Oh, man.
You can count on it. Nobody's going to mimic your questions. So, yeah, it's an honor. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Katt Williams.
He dissed you, bro.
No more talk.
All right, shout out to Willie D, man. Y'all subscribe to the Willie D channel. We was just on here, bro, doing a quick reaction. I don't know, bro. Like I said, Willie D fumbled the bag. He had this interview first before the Shannon Sharp interview, I think. It's just my opinion. I don't know no facts, but just the way it looks, he had this interview first. He slept on it, didn't put it out. Shannon Sharp, bang, came right out the gate with it. It did numbers. Willie D like, oh, shit, I need to put that up. Damn, that probably been our spot. But nope, you waited too late. You put your shit out. He's doing numbers, but nothing like that first interview on Club Shay Shay. You was slipping, Willie D. You did good. You did your thing, bro. Salute. We'll be back. I don't know. We're going to keep going, man. Probably a few times today. We're going to be doing something on here. So y'all tune back in. Tig need to run the city. No cap rap news. Gonna leave out on one of these commercials, man. Peace.
This is what Iron Sharpen Iron is about. It's about teaching others and sharpening their skills and helping them polish what they already have. Skills and talent will take you a long way, but it's a lifestyle that comes with it. A lot of people don't like picking these up because they feel like they're gonna hurt your clients. I can teach you how to not hurt your clients. I can teach you how to structure the hair and do it the way it's supposed to be done with these right here. Don't get away from them. Don't get away from them. This is where the money at, y'all. Don't be fooled. Nothing against the people who like using those plug-in flat irons. All praises to you. Keep winning. But this right here kept me in business, kept me strong for 30 years. You can reach me at 205-332-7669. I'm on Facebook, Tanginix. That's my name, Tanginix. Or you can come by Ooh La La Hair Spa, which is in Leeds, 1445 Asheville Road.